over there. We are Bury, Super Bury. We are Bury from Gigg Lane. We are back. You know, any sort of decorum I had is over. I'm so excited back at Gigg Lane. If you've already been already, then you'll know exactly the feeling I've got. This is my first time back. Welcome to Gigg Lane. Bury against 1874 Northwich. My name's Sandy Rajavajula. You might know me as the man with the drum. I'm just giving you a bit of a flavour about what's happening today. We've got both sides warming up. 1874 to my right and Bury over here. And yeah, it's filling up now. You have time to get here, by the way. You still have time. The weather's cleared up. I whizzed around the M60, no trouble whatsoever. So if you're at home and you're refreshing your Twitter feed, get down to Gigg Lane because the boys are here, ready and waiting for you. I'm just actually gonna, yeah, I am going full Martin Brundle. Just gonna a little wander over and see what's going on here. So Andy Welsh is just talking to the players. And I think I don't know if it's a rondo here. Shall we just interrupt him and see what's going on? I don't want to go. I'm at the rondo. Get out of the way. Get it out of the way. I'll walk around to Welsh. He's got him warming up. Give and goes. Let's get round.
There we go. Bounce the ball. Get out there then, left. Get out and support.
Gaffer, how are you feeling ahead of this one?
Good. Forward to it. Obviously, we only played 48 hours ago, but it'll be a good test again for a team from a higher division. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, very different experience to the last two games. I mean, what did you? I'm guessing the players weren't really bothered about the result, as far as everyone has that professional pride, don't they? But
yeah, I think we've just got to keep it going, mate. We've got to get as much minutes in the let's go cliches as we can from now until the start, and yeah, just keep it going really.
Any sort of game plan against 1874?
Well, in minutes tonight, which is important. So yeah, we'll probably give him lesser minutes tonight. We'll be getting that game time up there as well.
Good luck. Good luck. Well, that's Bury manager Andy Welsh live here on the Bury FC socials. Let's get over to 1874 now. If you didn't know, it's 10 years this week since 1874 Northwich were formed. A schism, if you like, between Northwich Victoria fans and a new group. This new club was set up. Funny that, isn't it? In a different world, things haven't gone our way. In the end, we may be looking at similar, but as it is, we're back at Gigg Lane. Wayne Goodison, former Barnsley man, how are you doing? And co-manager of 1874 Northwich. We're live. We're over there. There we are. He said, I tell you what, I'm going to get this. There you go. I've lived my dream. Look at that. That is sharp. That was sharp. Yeah. Wayne, so it's been 10 years, hasn't it, since this club was formed?
Yeah.
What's the momentum been like over that time? What's the mood? A bit of reflection now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here 8 years, so quite a length, and we were just saying the other day, in a short space of time, the club's come a long way, we think. We've had some success on the pitch. We're still trying to grow off the pitch, which is difficult for us without our own ground. But I think for a 10-year-old club, we'd be happy with where we are right now.
Yeah, and for Bury fans, there was a time where we weren't sure what would be happening with our club. There was even talk of there being two clubs.
Yeah.
You do know what that experience is like. I mean,
yeah, we do.
Is it still a bit bitter, or are people kind of?
Yes and no. I mean, I think it's dissipated a little bit. I think as time goes on, that does sort of take one or two people out of the equation, and it just seems to get easier. But both clubs have got their own identity now, and both got their own pathways, I suppose, and the way we're trying to do things. For us, so we're trying to grow organically, and I think we're doing that.
Now, as far as tonight's concerned, what's the general game plan for you guys, and where does this game fit in your pre-season?
So this is only our third game. We don't start our season till 2 weeks after Bury do, so we're probably a little bit later back for pre-season, but we'll probably look at around about 20 players tonight. We've got one or two that we're still trying to look at on trial, if you like. So for us, it's another one. We've had 2 games so far. We've been quite pleased with what we've seen in it, and we're trying to And, just trying to improve.
And I know you're going to be busy at the moment. Just remind us, for those of us who aren't sure about where your team is, because we're in the 9th tier in the Northwich County's Premier. Yeah. Where are you, and where is that relative to us?
So we're in the 8th. So if you get promoted next year and we don't go up and all go down, we'll play each other in the league next year. So that's where we are.
Well, I kind of look forward to that, but that would kind of mean that you guys haven't been as successful as we are. So
yeah, okay.
Well, great to see you. Good luck tonight. Not too much luck. Not too much luck. Well, what time are we on now? We are a good 20 minutes from kickoff. So I'll tell you what, let's catch up with some match action, shall we? And let's start off where we began this season at Thackley. A 3-0 win for the Shakers. A pretty decent start all round, I'd say.
When you look at this side and you think of the players that are going to come on in the second half, or the players that will be available in the Bury squad, so Bury take the lead. Well, it was some nice footwork by Darius Palmer, but it's Lewis Gilboy who opens the scoring for Bury from close range. Goalkeeper didn't really stand much of a chance, but Bury go a goal ahead.
Well, he's certainly been coming. Lewis Gilboy deserves that goal. He's also quite a successful athlete as well. Well, many was. That one's bounced through for low. He's got Elsan next to him. He squares it, and what a play that is from Bury. And that's the second goal that was needed. And it's El Hassan who gets it. Unselfish play there by Benito Lowe, who had that chance earlier on in the second half. Didn't go for goal. Picked out the better option. And El Hassan has given Bury a 2-goal lead. He's Thackley 0, Bury 2.
Well, that just goes to show that, you know, yes, he's an out-and-out goal scorer, Benito Lowe, but he's also a team player.
Spark a counter-attack here. Hudson's just fell to ground. Comber coming it back. Lenihan's in his way, but he can chip it forward for El Hassan, who's in on goal. El Hassan, oh, it's a beautiful finish.
Oh,
just tucked it past the goalkeeper, Wilson. He came out to try and reach it. The ball through was a beautiful one. And El Hassan makes it a brace on the afternoon. It's now Thackley 0, Bury 3.
So that was Bury's 3-0 win at Thackley. That's how we started off our pre-season campaign. Joined by a man I'm pretty sure is going to be fairly important, I think, for this season, Harry Brazel. On the bench though tonight. What's the plan for you?
So yeah, I think this part of pre-season, everyone's kind of it's about getting minutes in the tank really for everyone, equal share of minutes. So the gaffer's just explained, you know, the team's going to do 45, and then the rest of us will do another 45 just to kind of even the minutes and the legs out.
I'm guessing there's a few trialists in here.
Yeah, a few trialists knocking about who've been with us since the start, been training well and playing in the games. So yeah, can't really. All decent players adding to the group. So yeah, whether they stay for the long term, I don't know. It's not up to me, but
yeah, is it about adding to the group, or for you personally, a bit like, you know, don't want you to do too well because you want to play?
Of course, yeah. If I'm being brutally honest, yeah, you want to keep your position, but competition for places can, you know, make you elevate your game a little bit, and you know, it's if you get an opportunity to wear the shirt, it's up to you to keep it really.
Now we're going to be watching some other highlights later on, maybe a bit of the Preston game. Were you playing at right back in that game? Is that right? What's going on there?
Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that, but you know, Gaffer just explained, you know, again, it's about getting minutes in the legs and match fitness. So he just said, can you do a job at right back? So it was a little bit out of my comfort, but yeah, I did a job as best I could anyway.
Now you played for Bury AFC last season. For anyone who maybe didn't see you or hasn't been following what's been going on there, can you describe what's your style of play? Where do you play in this side?
So yeah, centre midfielder, box to box. Just classic box to box. Like to get up and down the pitch. Probably more attacking than defensive, but just energetic. Try and get on the ball, create things, score a few goals. That's probably me in a nutshell, really.
Now, this is my first time back at Gigg Lane since you know, everything that happened. So I'm up here, right? Has it sunk in for you playing at this stadium? Because I know what a special. Well, I mean, I'm amazed that we're even allowed on pitch. I went to get thrown off and hooked up here. Is it sunk in for you being at Gigg Lane?
Yeah, it's class, to be fair, mate. Like obviously in the summer when the manager came, he invited me down to speak about this season and whatever, and saw it for myself firsthand. And it's a football league stadium. It's an iconic stadium. Everyone who follows football knows Gigg Lane, and to call it, I suppose, our home pitch for this next season it's a privilege really, and I'm buzzing to be part of it. And when you arrive in the changing rooms and you step onto the pitch, it feels like the real deal. So hopefully we can put the performances in that the stadium deserves.
Yeah, it just to let you know, as a follower of Bury AFC, I was a bit more like, we're all in it together. And all of a sudden, I'm watching the highlights, like, bloody rubbish, Bury. I've just got defaulted back to that. So there's a bit more. You'll have a bit more pressure on you from us all.
I think like fans like yourself who followed the club from a young age when they were in the Football League will, I suppose, automatically coming back into the stadium will automatically think, right, well, we're back and we're Football League and all that. So they may have to, I don't know, manage their expectations a little.
Maybe just a tad.
We've got a good team, and I'm confident we'll have a successful season, and work our way back up the leagues to where they belong.
Nice one. Well, that's the voice of Harry Brazil. That's used to be radio. He's here. Let's enjoy a bit more of Bury's start to this pre-season and catch up what happened at Hyde United. 2-2 draw last week, but pretty positive all round. I think. Let's have a catch up of what happened last week.
His studs in the end. That one was equally as good just then. That's a loose ball into midfield, and the number 4 Charles can race into the middle. He's played it off for Benito Lowe. Yeah! That's a beautiful finish from Lowe. That's his 3rd major chance of the game, but it's got to be said, the major work and the major plaudits are going to the number 4 Charles for picking up that loose ball. It was a poor error at the back from Hyde. And Benito Lowe finally gets that first goal in the Bury shirt. It's Hyde 0, Bury 1.
But unselfish play again by the number 4.
Fox, play goes on. Red shirt. Up against the trialist, cut in on his right foot. It's good defending actually from the right back to just block any sort of shot. Has to go back for Dawson, onto his left foot this time. Dawson thought about the shot, will do on his right foot now. It's a strike from Dawson, and what a finish that is.
That's a lovely goal.
It's actually gone into the centre of the goal. It was a strange one. I think he aimed for the corner. I don't know if there's any sort of deflection on it. Well, in the end.
It hit the side netting inside the goal, and that's why it finished up in the middle. But it was a lovely strike from Adam Pete. What can he do? Cuts inside Dawson, brings it over halfway. Little ball with the outside of his boot. Unwin's after it. Left-hand side of the area. Does well, gets the ball to Connor Comber. Comber looking to play it into the box. Finds Gilboy. Ball falls. Bury get a second. Well, it was a delicious ball from Connor Comber, and a little cushioned header from Lewis Gilboy, and there was Chris Holt inside the 6-yard area it was Anton Smith that poked the ball home.
Yeah, it was a really good play from Bury. You've got to talk about the ball from Connor Comber. We talked about the assist in the first half of the net that Huey Hill had covered the near post, but he was in acres of space again to take the strike on.
And Connor Comber loses out, a shot comes in, and it was parried by Hewitt Hill, but the ball has ended up in the back of the net. I'm not quite sure who scored the goal until he turns his back.
It's one of the trialists, I think, number 9. He's getting the plaudits.
So that was Bury 2, well, Hyde United 2, Bury 2. Don't know if you caught that last goal. It was a lot easier to see in real life than it was on the video, but all in all, a pretty positive showing. The man commentating that day was Adam Clark from Roach Valley Radio, who joins us now before you are live imminently, aren't you, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty positive performance that, was it, the Hyde game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, compared to the weekend against Bradford and Preston, Hyde obviously very much more on the level of Bury at the moment, and I think it's going to be very much the same tonight. And Hyde obviously have recruited fairly well this summer, and they gave Andy Welsh's side a good test and played well.
Yeah, now just behind us, warming up a moment ago, was Benito Lowe. In the goals we saw him score a great goal. He also hit the post and the bar. Looks a really positive, pretty tasty player, really, as the player just behind us, or just in front of us, are walking to get ready.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's a massive signing for Andy Welsh, and obviously got his first goal at Hyde. I think think he was probably disappointed not to score before he actually did, but I think his goal scoring record and others in this team just speak for themselves.
How did you feel being back at Gigg, by the way, the Bradford and the Preston games?
I mean, it was a massive occasion, and a lot of people behind the scenes are putting a lot of work for us to be back here at the weekend, and I think fair play to them and fair play to all the fans that came out in their numbers singing the songs which they're doing just over your shoulder now, Sonny. So no, it's great to be back.
Well, you're going to be in the commentary box live on Roach Valley Radio, only a few minutes away now between Bury and 1874 Northwich. If you've got time, get down here. Maybe you missed 10 minutes, but get down here anyway. It's Gigg Lane, we're finally back. Adam, thank you, we're going to let you get into position. Should we grab Jack Atkinson for a minute, actually? Jack.
How are we?
How are you?
Good, very.
How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not starting this one, but I'll be looking forward to becoming on the second half. You know, it's an opposition at a league higher, but it'll be a good test again. Maybe a bit more of a realistic test if you want to look at it on the face of it, but a good test nonetheless.
Yeah, how tough was it playing against league opposition?
Really tough, yeah, they can really bop it about, but I thought we stood our ground Sunday really well, and we were unlucky to not get 1 or 2 goals, so you know, we've assessed it, we've looked at it, and we move forward from there, yeah.
How difficult is, it's a hard question, is being a non-league goalie, because you are one to come out your area, or come out your box a bit, and you know, come out your 6-yard box and command your area. Feels like, you know, at any moment you could get completely poleaxed.
It can be, and obviously I've got a little bit of scrutiny from fans saying, "Oh, stay on your line" and whatever. But you know, it's the style of play that we want to adapt to, and you know, we squeeze up the pitch nice and high, put pressure up the pitch as far as we can. So I've got to step up with the team, and if I don't, I'm leaving a massive space in behind. So it's a bit of a catch-22 in that sort of respect. But in terms of me being done and the risk and reward in it, and a lot more reward than the risk, yeah.
And how are your feet as well? Because the manager wants you playing out from the back, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, feet speak for myself, I think.
I think he's taking offence at that.
No.
Anyway, look, I'll let you get prepared. I know you're having a bit of time on the bench, but I'm pretty sure the manager wants to talk to you, so I'll let you go. That's Jack Atkinson, our goalkeeper extraordinaire. We've mentioned the league games already. Why don't we have a look at them? We had 2 games back-to-back. Preston was on the Sunday, and we had Bradford City back at Gigg Lane. Don't worry about the result, but this is what happened anyway. Bury back at Gigg Lane last Saturday.
To the gloss-up question.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, we didn't. As far as I'm aware, nobody has got it right. The last year that and Bradford take the lead from the edge of the area.
In 2 of the Bradford players on side, Osadebe being the main man on the left-hand side, he picked the ball up. It's too strong for the Bury defenders, and then out of nowhere it was a strike from the edge of the box. 19 goals in 86 appearances for Town.
The ball's inside the Bury box. Cook.
Oh,
that's a lovely finish. Andy Cook with a delightful finish over the top of Jack Atkinson. Again, holds his hand. I don't think he's very happy there, Jack.
I don't think he'd be happy with his defenders, because again, the offside, or the line that Bury had at the back, just completely
challenging for the ball, and he just might have caught the City number 5, Matty Platt, who stayed down. City still going. Ball pulled back, and that's a 3rd goal. Far, far too simple, that.
Well, it was patient play from Hendry down the right-hand side, just waiting for an option in the middle, and there was Osadebe. As free as anyone to place it home. Again, no chance for Atkinson, who's raging with his defenders.
Clinical finishing there by Emmanuel Osadebe, and here he is again. Tries to play the ball down the left-hand side. Effort came in from Tyler Smith, and Bury get it away, but on the follow-up, I think it's Liam Rydalsh who's scored the goal, and that's 4-0. With just coming up to 28 minutes gone.
I just praised Atkinson for not really being at fault for all 3 of the goals, but that one can't be trickling in from there.
No.
Liam Rydal on his unfavoured right foot as well, had all the space in the world. Took the strike on, but had no real power on it, and it's somehow found his way into the midfield by Gilead. No, Jamie Walker. Lennon had gone to ground, nothing given. Clip ball over for Matt Derbyshire, who's in on goal. No offside flag, and he's put it into the back of the net.
Nice calm finish that by Matt Derbyshire, and again he's another player you cannot give that kind of room to.
Yeah, it was a delightful ball over the top, it has to be said, by Jamie Walker, but again the linesman not putting brilliant play from Ryan East as the midfield trialist goes to ground, and that's full time. It's full time.
So that was Bradford. Result maybe we're not so bothered about, but you're back at Gigg Lane on the pitch for offensive. And Phil Hill, is it Phil? Yes, who you will know because they've been taking all the photos of this game. Laura, I spoke to you as well for the BBC on a podcast all about what happened to Bury out of our league. And now we're back.
We're back.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's a mix of emotions. It's really, really good to be back. I didn't know how to feel at first, but coming back down on Sunday when I came to watch with my dad and my sister it was fantastic. Really good.
And all of a sudden now it's kind of back to business. You're ready for the players to come out of the tunnel.
It's my first time on the pitch as well, doing photography.
Yeah.
So I asked when I was 16 years old when I was at college, but I wasn't ready, and now 12 years later on the pitch. First time.
The last time I was on the pitch was Notts County. We were about to go out of business and I ran on and I kept a bit.
Why not?
Well, I kept a bit of a pitch where it's just a lump of soil with some roots on. We can just see a couple of the subs coming out. The players aren't quite ready to come out yet. What's your impression been of this Bury team so far?
Fantastic, yeah. We've kept some really, really key players. We've got some fantastic new additions. I think we're going to have a really good season.
Well, great. Well, I'm going to let you get into position because I can see the players are about to come out. You still have time to get to Gigg Lane, and if not, you can catch all the updates on Bury's official Twitter page and Facebook page. There's live commentary right now on Roach Valley Radio. The players are coming out. It's Bury against 1874 Northwich.